is going to be a special video. We're going to be deciding the best ghost type Pokemon from each region. Yes, I'm talking about every single region from generation 1 to 9. And we're going to include the Hisuian region as well. The reason why we're doing this today mainly is because this week is Halloween. So this is a little Halloween special that we're going to do. And what better way to do that than to do ghost types? In this video, I'm going to include every single ghost type Pokemon, every single one of them. If they're ghosts, no matter what kind of Pokemon they are, they will count. And I do want to say that for this video, I try to make sure that I included every single ghost type. I really do hope I didn't miss one. I mean, I went over it like 3 or 4 times, but in the event if I did miss a ghost type Pokemon, comment down below, let me know, and I'll make sure to reply where I think they should be. Or if they even deserve to be the best in that region. And also a disclaimer that this is all my opinion. As you guys know, my opinion is factual. It's the only correct answer. I'm just kidding. But in all seriousness though, these are my opinion. These are just basically what I believe my favorite ghost type Pokemon is for each region, what I think is the best. And if you guys do like this video, if you guys like this type of content, I'll make this a series. I'll make sure to do every single type. But before we get into the first generation here, make sure you guys like this video, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified of any future videos I upload, man. You gotta be the first ones there. If you're the first ones there, I'll give you a little treat. Pause. Also, join the Discord community, follow the Twitch, and go follow all my other socials. Links to everything, again, is going to be in the description below. All right, of course, we're going to have to start off with Generation 1. Generation 1 is a little bit easy because there's only 3 that got introduced, which is the Gengar line, Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar. You'll realize the first few generations are very low when it comes to ghost typing, and obviously as the generation goes on, there's going to be more and more. For this generation's top 3, obviously is Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar. And to me, my favorite might be the most basic answer, but I believe it's Gengar. Gengar is so iconic, and even till this day is still considered one of the best ghost type Pokemon out there. The winner for the best ghost type Pokemon in Generation 1 is Gengar. Now we're in Generation 2, and this is surprisingly actually introduced less ghost type Pokemon in Generation 1. This generation only introduced one singular ghost type, and that is Misdreavus, which honestly, this Pokemon's not bad at all. It's just literally the only one that got introduced. So the winner for Generation 2 for the best ghost type Pokemon, the only ghost type Pokemon, is Misdreavus. Now we're in Generation 3, and we got introduced to a little bit more ghost type Pokemon. All the ghost type that was introduced in Gen 3 was Shedinja, Sableye, Shuppet, Banette, Duskull, and Dusclops. So for me, this was a solid lineup. I mean, it still was a little bit on the lower end as we only got about 6 new ghost type Pokemon. For me, the top 3 in this generation are Shedinja, Banette, and Duskull. I don't know why, I really like Duskull. It's so cute. And I really like the one eye that travels between its said 2 eyes that it has. But for me, what I believe the winner for Generation 3 for the best ghost type Pokemon is Shedinja. I'm not gonna lie, man. Shedinja is a peak design and is such a unique Pokemon that it's the only one, I believe, you know, correct me if I'm wrong, that it literally has 1 HP. And because of its ability, I mean, it's not gonna die off that first hit. But the design itself, I really like, because it's, I mean, it's a bug ninja, right? It's so tough, and it's a ghost bug ninja. Like, you can't go wrong with that. They cooked. Moving on to Generation 4, and this is actually when it starts to get a little bit difficult because all of the new ghost type Pokemon that was introduced was pretty fire, I ain't gonna lie. Okay, so all the ghost type Pokemon that was introduced in Gen 4 are Drifloon, Dribblim, Mismagius, Spiritomb, Rotom, Dusknoir, Frostlass, and Giratina. Yeah, this was a generation where they had a lot of added evolution, meaning that they took old Pokemon from the previous generations and they gave them an added evolution, or some of them they gave them like a pre-evolution. So yeah, this one had a lot of bangers, and it was a little bit hard choosing a top 3 for this generation, I'm not gonna lie, but I did come to a final conclusion that the top 3 for this generation is Giratina, Frostlass, and Spiritomb. Yeah, honestly, those 3 cook so hard. I really like Giratina's and Frostlass design, and then Spiritomb, my lord, just many memories because of Cynthia, but it's a good thing, right? And its design design is sick too, and it's a unique typing as well. Ultimately though, I decided that the best ghost type Pokemon for Generation 4 is Giratina. Okay, come on, you cannot tell me Giratina is not the best. Come on, you cannot tell me either one of these forms are just not goated. Now we're going on to Generation 5, and all the ghost type Pokemons that were introduced in this generation was Yamask, Cofagrigus, Frillish, Jellicent, Litwick, Lampent, Chandelure, Golett, and Golurk. This one's a little bit easier for the top 3. I decided it was Jellicent, Golurk, and Chandelure, deciding that the winner for the best type ghost Pokemon in Generation 5 is Chandelure. Shout out to Chandelure. It even got a Mega Evolution in ZA. Tough. Now moving on to Generation 6, and all of the new ghost type Pokemon that was introduced in Generation 6 was Honedge, Doublade, Aegislash, Phantom, Trevenant, Pumpkaboo, Gourgeist, and Hoopa. Honestly, this generation low-key cooked because my top 3 that I decided was Aegislash, Hoopa, and Trevenant. And I will say that it was a little bit hard choosing my winner for this generation as all 3 cooked. Trevenant was just sick. I mean, it was a grass ghost type. Hoopa's also sick because of its little rings that is like multi-dimensional portals. And then Aegislash, which is just, honestly, I just fell in love with Aegislash because of the sword and shield gimmick that it had. Ultimately, I did decide that the winner of the best type ghost Pokemon in Generation 6 is Aegislash, because yeah, the whole gimmick of it turning to a sword in attack mode and shield in defense mode, honestly, I remember when it first got introduced, I literally fell in love with that Pokemon. Now we're moving on to Generation 7, and they had a lot of good ones here in this generation. The ghost type Pokemon that were introduced was Decidueye, Alolan Marowak, Marshadow, Dhelmise, Sandycast, Palossand, Mimikyu, Oricorio, Sensu Style, Blacephalon, Lunala, and Dawn Wings Necrozma. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, there was a lot of ghost type Pokemon in this said batch. They cooked. I'm not lying, but I had to decide a top 3 on this one. This one took me a little bit of time to decide, but my top 3 that I decided on for this generation are Decidueye, Mimikyu, and Lunala. Okay, you guys all know the love that I have for the Rowlet line, right? Rowlet, so peak, but it's not a ghost type, okay? But Decidueye, oh my goodness. It was one of those things where I kind of questioned why it turned into a ghost type, but nah, dude. Pokemon knew what they were doing with this starter Pokemon. It's honestly one of my favorite starters till this day. Lunala, one of the great box legendaries. I mean, this design is so peak. It's like a crescent moon, right? Plus a mix with a bat. And lastly, Mimikyu. Mimikyu's peak, guys. We all know we have those Pikachu copycat Pokemons that we get from each generation. That's kind of like a little gimmick that we've had since the beginning. And Mimikyu was one of them. That was Gen 7's Pikachu copycat. Yeah, I had to decide on one winner. So the winner for Generation 7 for the best ghost type Pokemon is, you probably guessed it, Mimikyu. Mimikyu's design is so peak. Now we're moving on to Generation 8, which this had a lot of ghost types that was introduced. The ghost type Pokemon that was introduced in Generation 8 was Sinistee, Poltegeist, I see what they did there, Galarian Corsola, Galarian Yamask, Runerigus, Dreepy, Draklo, Dracopult, Spectrier, and then Shadow Rider Calyrex. So this one had a lot. I wouldn't say I really liked all of them, but decided on a top 3. So the top 3 would be Corsola, Dracopult, and Shadow Rider Calyrex. And the only reason why I picked those 3, obviously Dracopult. If you've seen my pseudo legendary ranking video, click that link in the description below to watch that. You'll understand why I love Dracopult so much. Corsola is honestly really sick because I really like the concept of it, of the pre-evolution. And then the Shadow Rider Calyrex, I think it's cool that they use the Spectrier Pokemon and the Calyrex and like combine them in a way. I mean, it's literally just him riding the horse, but to me, the true winner for the best ghost type Pokemon in Generation 8 is Dracopult. I don't really need to glaze it more as I already did in the pseudo legendary ranking video. Please check that video out so you can fully understand what I mean. So now we're going on to the Hisuian generation in Legends Arceus. So all the ghost type Pokemon that was introduced in the Hisuian region was Hisuian Typhlosion, Hisuian Zorora, Hisuian Zoroark, and Basculegion. And a lot of these was basically just kind of the Hisuian alternative of old Pokemon, and then Basculegion being an evolved form from an old Pokemon as well. But if I had to pick the best type, in the top 3 would be Hisui and Typhlosion. If you know, you know. He's kind of gone trending for all the wrong reasons. Hisui and Zorora and Hisui and Zoroark. And honestly, might come as a surprise, but my favorite, the winner for the Hisuian region for the best type ghost Pokemon is going to be Hisui and Zorora. Now we're down to the last generation, and if you've gone this long into the video, I appreciate it. Again, like the video if you made it this far. But all the ghost type Pokemon that was introduced in generation 9 was Skeldridge, Bramblin, Bramblegast, Graveyard, Houndstone, Ceruledge, Annihilate, Fluttermane, Gimmighoul, Gholdengo, Poltergeist, Zanisha, and Petron. This one had a pretty big batch. I feel like it's one of the bigger batches we got introducing ghost type Pokemon for that region. For me, it was a little bit easier deciding the top 3, but like I didn't really like a lot of them, but there was some that was really good. My top 3 for this generation are Skeldridge, Ceruledge, and Annihilate. Don't get me wrong, Gholdengo was close to getting to the top 3, but for me, I decided the winner for generation 9 is Ceruledge. Come on, sword for hands. And after watching that special, it made me love Ceruledge more. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this concept. If you guys did like this video, obviously make sure to like it, but comment down below if you guys want me to do every single typing. I'll make sure to do that if you guys really want to see it. And if you do want to see it, comment down below what type you want me to do next. The top comment will be the next one. But make sure, subscribe again, hit that bell notification. And as I said at the beginning of the video, follow the Twitch, join the Discord. A lot of content will be coming soon when more people join the Discord, and follow all my other socials. Links to everything is in the description below, and make sure you guys to check out my other ranking videos. I have a lot more other rankings so you can see more of my wrong opinions. This was fun to make, and happy Halloween to everyone out there that's watching this video. Make sure you guys are having a good time. Let me know what costumes you guys do too. My costume this year, it's alright. But you know, if you guys have any cool costumes, let me know, comment down below. But as always, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Yeah, I forgot to mention, comment down below what your guys' favorite ghost type Pokemon is for each region. I would love to see that, okay? I want to start some arguments down in the comment section.